Before I start today's video recording, kindly excuse me because I'm not tech savvy. Yesterday, one of our Guru Bandhavas pointed out to me that you are not looking, you have to adjust the camera. I cannot do that because I am recording it on the cell phone because I am not at Hyderabad. So sitting in the hotel room, I am recording it on my cell phone. So there are some limitations, and further probably some adjustments can be made, but I am not that tech savvy. I don't know much about all this, though I use a lot of phones and technical stuffs like iPad, computers. Once I go back to Hyderabad, yes, probably I can adjust the camera on the laptop and you can have a better view. Like I'm now trying to, still yesterday my son told me that you please keep it vertical. It will be a little bit better than you are addressing horizontal, and sit a little bit back, he said. So I'm just adjusting. Yesterday somebody asked me, one boy by name Arihant Atreya, that was his name. He asked me one question that I am either in the past or in the future. I am never in the present. That's the beauty of mind. You always think about the past or the future. There is nothing to think about the present. You act in the present. In the present, we sit and keep thinking about the past without doing anything, and we keep thinking about the future. Maybe something would have happened in the past and we may be thinking on that, and we may be dreaming of a rosy future. Nothing wrong in dreaming of a rosy future, but the mind is all that. It either lives in the past or it lives in the future. The mind doesn't have anything like, there is nothing like a mind in the present. As you live this life, as you live today, there is nothing like this moment. There is nothing like to think. You just do it. You just execute the moment. You enjoy the moment. To be in the moment is an art. Everybody either is in the past or is in the future because they have surrendered themselves to mind. When you have surrendered yourself to mind, yes, naturally it happens. If you do not surrender yourself to mind, then you will be only working in the present and you will be enjoying the present. That's why it's called present. It's a gift. Of course, it is preset. But that is not your botheration. Your botheration is to live. Living is more important. More than life, living is important. That's why I say, live life live. You should live day to day. This moment I am with you, you are with me. That's all. We don't think about anything else. But unfortunately, right from our younger days, we were all groomed with ambitions. We were all groomed with a lot of ambitions. They said you have to achieve this, you have to achieve that. So we planned so many things and we look at the future, so many things. We think that will happen, this will happen, then something happened in the past, then how to avoid it in the future, all that. As I told, the future is uncertain, past is already gone, and you cannot plan too much for the future. It's not possible. In an uncertain future, you cannot plan too much. And too much you plan, the higher you plan, the higher may be the disappointment when it is not achieved. Ambition becomes a very big problem in everybody's life. Whether we should be ambitious, we should be competitive, we should keep running with the crowd, all these things are there. Of course, you were born ambitious. Very unfortunate, you see this. When your sperm got impregnated in the ova, there were many sperms running with you, and it was a running race, and you won the running race. And that is where you were born. Otherwise, it might have been your brother or sister or somebody. Millions of sperm running towards one ova and impregnating it. Only one sperm impregnates. Rarely we have twins, triplets and all. I am not talking about that. But generally this is what happens. So initially there was a great running race. You ran that race, won the race, as a result of which you were born. When you were born itself, you were very competitive. You had to win a race to be born. Who will win the race? The Pitrus will decide. That's a different issue. But you had to run the race. You were very competitive. You were very ambitious in achieving that you want to come down. And you came down to earth. So ambition becomes a very big hurdle. How to control this ambition? Should we not have ambition? Should we not have ambition at all in life? Should we not be competitive at all in life? Of course, you can be. You have to be. But there is always a moderation. Normally, the mind doesn't teach you the moderation. And right from the younger days, we have been corrupted. You see, the dog in my house, I have some beautiful 4 dogs. They are more my kids. When my son goes there to give them a biscuit, they behave, they sit. They are very obedient. They don't fall on him. And then he gives the biscuit. He has trained it in such a way that they will get a biscuit provided they behave. Like that, when we were a child, we were also, we know very well when to smile, where to smile. We were all taught how to smile, even that natural act. We have been already corrupted right from the beginning. When we smile at dad, we may get something. Sometimes, even at home, the parents, what they do, if you achieve so much of mark, if you score so much, I will get you a bicycle, I will get you a watch, I will get you a scooter. What naturally he has to do, he is being prompted to do, they call this as encouragement. But subsequently this becomes corruption. When he goes as a government official, he expects somebody to pay for anything he does. Where it started? It all started with the parents. They said, we want to encourage the child to grow. We want him to secure a degree. We want him to perform well. So we have done that. Yes, you have done that. But there is a lot of damage to the character. That's my feeling, my opinion. Of course, you may have a different opinion. That's different. Everybody is entitled to have their own views on the subject. And I respect if you have a contrary view to this. But everything starts there itself. We will tell the boy, just go and get some vegetables. If you go and get vegetables, then we will give you a packet of chewing gum. That's the reward. For what he does, he has to normally do it. But to do that, we have to make him do, we have to give him a reward. When you do not do anything, you give a punishment. So the very aspect of life goes between reward and punishment. We have been trained like that. So you will always keep thinking about the past and the future, but you will be never in the present to do things the way it has to be done. And there is nothing like a future. Every tomorrow becomes today. What you were thinking about today, yesterday, already it has become today. Now it is already running. You need not be very much pressurized. There is nothing like that. Everything will fall in its place. When you think you are the doer, then the problem comes. It's all connected with doership. When you think you are the doer, then the problem comes. The problem is, yes, you have to achieve. When you know very well Lord is the doer, there is nothing for you to achieve. He will do. Of course, the awards and rewards will follow for what you have done. But you know very well, you have not done it. It was an act of God. Everything in this world is an act of God. If you can treat it that way, then neither the mind will go into the past nor into the future, and you will not be stressed about anything in life. Everything done will be very perfect and up to the point. It will be the most conscious effort of yours. Though it looks like a conscious effort of yours, there would not have been any effort from your side at all. And it will be purely the grace of the Lord. It's purely His act. The act is very divine. When He does, it will be picture perfect. And it will be very divine. So can we think of a non-doership role where we are not pressurized to think about the past or the future? In non-doership, what happens is the mind is surrendered totally to the soul. Swayam Narayan is there inside you. He does it. There is no necessity for you to worry. The worries and all come when you start, it is a burden on you and you are the doer. You tell the Lord, I am not the doer, I am not going to do it, Lord. You are the doer. I will be there. Probably you will make me to function the way I have to function. I know very well this is an act of Narayan and I have surrendered myself to you. And for me, this moment is more precious. I have to do this, I am doing it. Just I am there, you are only doing it. Kindly see that it is done in a proper way. Certainly it will be done in a proper way because he is the doer. When the devil enters the mind and you start thinking you are the doer, when you start thinking you are the doer, already the Satan is living in your mind. And all these problems come. Projection, how to win over, what to do, this, that, all such. When you think you are not the doer, still planning will be there. But at the same time, there will be no tension, no stress. You know very well it is the Lord, Swayam Narayan, who is going to do it. It's not that you will sit idle. It's not that you will be just lazy. You will be working. You will be functioning to the best of your ability. You have to function. So doership comes mostly in mind. When mind operates, doership automatically operates. It's all doers. I'll tell you a small story. Somebody was roaming on the streets and one elderly person saw him and told him, I will give you a mantra, it will be very nice. You can sit and recite. He said, I don't need all that. I'm already happy. Yes, you may be happy, but still you can just try this. This will give different sort of a happiness. So he gave a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. You just sit and recite, keep reciting. Om Namah Shivaya, any number of times. Initially he was sitting and reciting, he didn't have much. As days went by, somehow he found some rhythm in that. Om Namah Shivaya, he started reciting, he started forgetting himself. There was nothing for him, he was simply sitting and reciting, going on reciting. As he was reciting, all the devatas, 33 koti devatas, all of them came and sat because his recitation was so powerful. They could feel the rhythm in their words and they could not sit quiet. All the aksharas, various cosmic bodies, devatas, everybody assembled. Finally, this Om Namah Shivayam reached Kailasam. There Banan, Guhan, Ganeshan, Bhairavan, Nandishwaran, all these people also came. Only Parvati and Parameshwara were there. Now, Parvati could not sit, but Parameshwara was in dhyana. He was in his own dhyana, he was in his own world, Jambu. So, she disturbed his dhyana. He asked, what is the matter? Somebody down is calling you by name. Please go and give him what he wants. You see, Kailasam looks like a graveyard. Everybody has got down. I am not able to sit here. Repeatedly he is only calling you, you please go. Shiva said, I am not able to hear anything. Okay, you are saying I am going, but you are going to repent for what you are doing. Shiva went there. Mahavishnu was there. Mahavishnu said, we cannot, he is going on chanting. He is totally in that dhyana. We can't wake him up. We don't want to risk because he may be having more powers than us. We may all be turned into ashes if he opens his eyes. He will have so much of cosmic power. Since he is calling your name, please, you see that something is done. So Shiva woke him up. He saw a lot of people around. He said, what is all this? Then Shiva said, I am Mahadev. That Namah Shivaya, I am the person. They are all my devatas. You are repeatedly chanting my name. So Parameshwari asked me, my wife asked me to come and give you whatever boon you want. He said, what boon I want? I have not resided for boon. Some old man, some saintly person gave me this mantra and asked me to recite. And I was just reciting. I was going on reciting. Nothing was there. I was simply reciting. I never had a goal that you should come down and all. Just the mantra was very beautiful. If I have to take a boon for reciting this mantra, I will stop reciting. I don't need any boon. Parameshwara said, please ask for a boon. Because my wife will not admit me inside Kailasa. I think you are not believing that we are all original devatas. We are all wearing some costumes from AVM studio or some other studio, Annapurna studio. We are wearing all this. So please, kindly, I will do one thing. Since you are not prepared to believe, I will give you Trikala Drishti. Please see me. I will go to Kailasam. You call me once, Om Namah Shivaya. I will come back and give you whatever you want. Once you are convinced that I am Namah Shivaya, come on, see me. He said. The boy saw Namah Shivaya. He came back to Kailash. Parameshwari became Bhadragali. She said, under my instructions you went. And that fellow refused. Such a person should not exist. I will kill him with my Trishul system. Namah Shivaya said, that's why I told you will repent. By saying Namah Shivayam, he has become Sadashivam. By my going down, I have become a normal human being. In fact, had he not seen me, I would not have come back to Kailasham. He helped me to come back to Kailasham. I had to tell him a lie, please see me. As you recite the mantra and you go into that, the mind becomes very steady. It doesn't think about the past or the future. And Namah Shivayam directly, whether you call Namah Shivayam, Om Namo Narayanaya, anything. The deity is only one, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Only one. It is called by different names. The Lord Himself, in several avatars, in several forms. Whatever mantra gives you, just you can keep reciting. That will take care of your past and future. The mind will be well balanced. That is one way of being very conscious. You recite for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, whenever time permits, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, some recitation. It will help you a lot. Otherwise, you will keep on thinking about the past and the future. The ambition is there also. You have to achieve certain things also. Stress is also there. There is a lot of competition. The question of efficiency comes. How much we will deliver, what to deliver, where to deliver, when to deliver, how to deliver. All these things will come into the picture and it makes you very stressful. Lord is the doer. Sarvam Jagannadam, Janardhanam. Lord takes care of everything. Once you know that He is the doer, any action you do, you know very well you are not doing. He is only doing. And your action will be the best. Great people always keep that in mind. When people in the high places, politics, all those people do their duties by keeping the Lord as the doer. That's why they are able to achieve so many things in no time. So many things are being done in no time. So many good works are being done in no time. Why? How? They don't care about the past or the future. The present, they execute things the way it has to be executed. Because they know that they are not executing, the Lord is executing. They see success in anything and everything. To be successful, one should always think that he is not the doer. That is the very primary essence of life. We are one speck in the cosmos, and there is something more. There is a larger design to which we have to fit. It's a big jigsaw puzzle where there is a small piece that is you. It's a huge puzzle. It's a small puzzle. You have to fit into that. In order to fit into that, you have to renounce doership. That's all, nothing else. I'm not asking you to renounce your property or money or wealth or all that, nothing. You just renounce your doership. That's enough. That will take care. The property there, it will be there. You will not be bothered about it. It has to be there. Some money is there. It has to be there. Whenever it has to be spent, it will be spent and you won't be bothered about it. Hence, one has to learn to drop doership, to be more in the present. Thank you very much. God bless you all. See you some other time. Thank you.